A rouge, choking cloud of algae floating off Florida's coast has killed 115 manatees, 350 sea turtles, and hundreds of tons of fish since late last year. In August alone, this red tide killed 41 dolphins. We asked environmental scientist Richard Bartleson why this year's red tide is so bad and when it might end.
Red tide is a dinoflagellate. It's larger than a bacteria, and it's able to swim. It has two flagella that allow it to move around in the water column.
Dinoflagellates are single-celled plankton that feed on nitrates and phosphates, the same stuff in fertilizer runoff. They thrive in warm ocean waters.
It's also able to photosynthesize. It can use sunlight to make energy. It can produce a toxin called brevetoxin. The brevetoxin is toxic to a variety of animals. It's a neurotoxin. When the cell counts, when the concentration of red tide is above 10,000 cells per liter, that toxin can start killing fish. And the fish themselves can start feeding the red tide. As they are decomposing, the nutrients are coming out of the fish. When we have enough fish dying that the blooms can get to very high amounts, that's a positive feedback loop that helps keep the red tide going. So eventually we may run out of fish to kill, and that would reduce the nutrient source for the red tide. One thing that can help the red tide go away is the weather. If we have a strong wind that can advect, it can move the water south or move it out to sea. It can take the red tide cells with it, and that's one way the bloom can end.